Love is a many splendid thing. True love, tell me, what does it mean? Hey, people. Hi, Karma Cartel. I am Mrs. Ricks. Hi, Princess A. They beat you out for first place today, Princess A. Kimberly White. Okay. Eternal, like the smell of chitterlings. Oh, am I misspelling eternal? Child. I hope I placed the word right. I'm going to talk about Todd Chrisley. Actually, the whole Chrisley clan, I guess. So this has been a story. You know, Todd Chrisley is this guy on reality TV, which I confess I don't generally watch reality television, but I did peek in there once to see who this character was, because from the very moment he opened his mouth, he was gay. To me, in my mind, he was gay. So I was amazed when they were saying that he wasn't gay. Right? Now, you don't need any GAYDAR to see that Todd Chrisley is gay. Gay all the way. Baby, you can't take it on and take it off like that. Now, I don't know how he's functioned in his world and his life by pretending to be something that he obviously is not. But now we know Todd Chrisley and his wife are in big trouble with the federal government. But this is not it's not drawing me to the story. I want to say this. Should ask you guys, should people like Todd Chrisley come out? I mean, to almost everybody on the planet, he's already out, because you can't get away from the fact that his mannerism is so heavy that he doesn't even appear to be a bisexual person. It is hard to believe that he is even a bisexual person, right? So it comes back to that bigger argument, what is gay? What is hip? Tell me, if you think you know what is gay. If you really gay, the person you should show that you really gay to, or maybe gayer than gay. What is gay? Don't. I think it's more than having sex with people. I think being gay is more than just your sexual preference, right? Because his sexual preference has nothing to do with his appearance, his inflection, right? That's simply who he is. Now, obviously, Todd Chrisley, he would have to be at least bisexual to produce all these children and to maintain these relationships, right? But he is not what we generally think of when we think of these down low people, these people who appear to be masculine and don't appear to be a part of the gay community. Todd Chrisley, he acts as gay or more gay than any other gay person that I know. So then I have to ask myself, so what if he is gay? Because Todd Chrisley is gay, does that mean that he cannot have a successful relationship with a woman? Now, what is marriage? Isn't marriage, at least in their case especially, because they're both equally invested in this business of theirs, isn't that more of a partnership than just humping every night? I get the impression that he probably has sex to have children. He had already been with another woman, married to another woman, right before he married his current wife, right? And he had 2 children with that woman. And then I think it was just a month or two after he divorced her, he married this one. So he likes the institution of marriage. He likes to be a father, I believe, is the main thing, right? So should he be out? You should be out, Todd Chrisley, because everybody knows you're gay. And it is ridiculous to keep telling people a lie. Go through life just lying, because it makes it so much easier for people to not believe anything that you say. Now they're coming out with reports that not only is he gay, but he is very flirtatious with his gayness in his business. People have complained about him sex playing them or being inappropriate on the job. Apparently, it's just common knowledge that Todd Chrisley is gay in his circles, even though he will not say the words. So I believe that people like this should come out. I believe basically anybody should come out, but it's not for me to decide how somebody else lives their life, right? He's an example, and I'm sure there are other people out there like him who prefer a heterosexual existence. They like kids, they like family, they like the partnership with a woman. I'm sure he enjoys the support that a woman gives a man naturally. He likes all the attributes of being living a heterosexual life, yet he is this other person, in my opinion. So why don't you come out, Todd Chrisley, on your show and explain to people, so then those people who are like you, who are suffering under abuse and being in the closet all their life, you know, they're always going to be mocked when you're pretending to be something you're not. If you just said you were gay, well, people say, oh, okay, he's gay, you know, so he's gay. There's a whole lot of them gay, right? But you can stand up because you are included in the LGBTQ. If you say you are bisexual, that's also LGB, bisexual. And you need to stand up and be that, honey. Oh, you got to do it for the children. You can't let the children. When the children already know something, then it is not. When the children understand who you are, then you don't have to pretend and hide and lie to them for the rest of their lives. There doesn't have to be an explosion when they find out that their father is gay, right? Because gay is not all that unusual. I'm sure people who have been raised by two gay parents don't think it's strange to be gay, right? Yes, they're going to be exposed to ridicule from brats in school and all that, but that goes along with damn near everybody. They always find something to talk about, honey. What y'all think? Is anybody sit up here looking at that damn show believe that Todd Chrisley is heterosexual? I don't think anybody could come to that conclusion unless they are delusional, as our friend Andrew would say. They're delusional. But they were selling this thing. And so I was somewhat vindicated when I said, okay, he is gay. I already knew it. As soon as he opened his mouth. That's a lot of gay in there, honey. That's not like casual. That's not like a Kinsey 2. He has the appearance of a Kinsey 6, a fully gay, right? And then you stand in front of some progress being made because obviously your audience enjoy the personality, the humor of a gay man. Now, if some of them need to believe that you're straight in order to embrace you, I mean, I don't know what this is all about, but I do understand that some people, no matter who, they said Liberace was straight. Many of Liberace's followers, these middle-aged ladies, they continue to believe that Liberace was straight, even though he came out on stage in capes, bejeweled, rhinestones, the inflection, everything was gay, gay, gay. They still say he's straight. No. He's just sensitive. What y'all think? Good morning, people. Hi, Connie. I see you in there. Eternal like smelling chitlins. No, that's I can't think of the word for smelling chitlins, child. That's nasty. In the top, you were trying to get in the top 5. You are here, my darling. Now I know a lot of people are not gonna watch that programming kind of thing. I'm sure some people find it very amusing. I think it's great that they find it amusing, you know. But I'm not with the line. And now they got all these horrible problems. Him and his wife is sitting in their mansion, girl, with the bracelets on their ankles. And they said they're facing 30 years in prison. I guess the number 30 is important to them because they're accused of embezzling or the tax evasion for $30 million. I think they have a combination of things going on there. Right. So they just busted all over the place. Oddly, the network that carries their show has not canceled their show. Apparently, they feel like they have already filmed enough to go ahead with the next season. So people are not rejecting him because of his criminality. Now, I don't know where they stand on this gay issue. It's a damn shame that we would have such an issue, right? But I just find it interesting. The story is interesting. When you have these reality stars at home under lock and key, and you still got shows on. Hell, these days you can't hardly even say, "Oh, that's a nice dress you got on today." Oh, me too, me too. Girl, they find you for everything, girl. And this child, he's accused of not only stealing millions and millions of dollars, but having affairs with people in the office. Girl, turning on. I guess they had a love affair years ago with this man, and the man got rejected. They fell out, whatever, which happens in relationships. And then the man started spilling all the tea on their nefarious business situations. In other words, he told everything. He ratted them out, right? How horrible. You would ruin that whole empire because you done broke up with your boyfriend. They said the boyfriend, he was married too. So this is what's going on in the suburbs in the South. Come out wherever you are, honey. I think it helps us to be better people when we understand there are different kinds of people on the planet, child. If I had a desire to have children and I was attracted to someone, I fell in love with someone who happened to be a woman, I had the capacity to love a woman. He obviously wanted to be married. He didn't wait a hot month between marriages, right? If I wanted those things, even though I was a homosexual, I could still pursue those things, right? And we don't know what her love life is like, or if it's just been him or anything like that, right? But I see their relationship, it's a partnership. It is a partnership that has been successful for them, particularly when they can skim off $30 million. So we're going to see. We don't want nobody to go to jail for the rest of their life. We're going to have to follow and see what's going on with them. But since I don't really watch the show, it's taking me this long to even respond to the show. Since this is LGBT month, Pride Month, these things should be discussed. I'm sure you guys have men in your neighborhoods, at least one, who everybody suspects is homosexual. He walks like a homosexual. He talks like a homosexual. He breathes like a homosexual. But everything about him says homosexual, except for he says, I'm not a homosexual. I keep buffering. Oh, wait, let me make sure I'm on the right thing there. Thank you. I was buffering. Yeah, I was on Timothy Blaine 2.4. That's one network. Now I'm on 5.0. And the man said I got to stay on 5.0. So hopefully I'm not buffering anymore. I hate that I've spent 13 minutes being buffering. I got to check that every time I come on again. Maybe I'll get rid of the other one. Hopefully that fixed that. Tim, you keep buffering. I am misread. Am I still buffering? Let's see. Not buffering on my end. Okay. Yeah, but I was on the other network though. 2.4. I don't know why that is. When I plugged the damn thing up, it came up both of those things. And the Comcast man says I'm supposed to be using 5.0 since I'm paying for it. Mm-hmm. Partnership only, I suppose. Mm-hmm. You know, a lot of divas have been accused of having gay husbands. A lot of these black women who are superstars, we won't say any names here, but a lot of them have been accused of having gay husbands, right? People who support them, who love them, and, you know, perhaps they know they're gay, whatever, but they love them. Look at Star Jones. I think it could work if you understand what it is, right? I love you a lot. You love me a lot. I am a homosexual, but I still want to have a family. I still want to have a relationship with you. We agree on everything. You make me laugh. You are my best friend. And a lot of people will say their husband or their wife is their best friend, right? But come on out and then let us know so people get better, so we learn more. And so every man who desires to have this kind of relationship, who desires, even though they recognize who they are, they don't necessarily have to move to San Francisco and get them a pair of hot pants, honey. You don't have to do that. If it is your strong desire to live the kind of life that Todd Chrisley lived, aside from the stealing and the income tax evasion, but you can pursue that. But just be honest about who you are and what you are. Yeah, I'm sure they do. They partnership in all that damn money, honey. And they partnership in that beautiful family they have and raising kids. They even raising their grandkids. Hi, Linda B. Did I speak to a few people? Let me see. The Church of the Black Sector Insanity. How you doing? How you doing, the Church of the Black Sector Insanity? Oh, you from the Black Sector? Okay. I ain't mad at you. I told you people years ago he was gay. Girl, all he had to do was open his mouth one time. That's a whole lot of gay, honey. So I guess you can be bisexual and still, because I don't meet too many bisexual men who are gay men. I mean, who are on the high spectrum of Kinsey 6, right? People like me. We're usually not bisexual. Usually we'll say that we're gay. We've been gay since we were 3 years old or whatever it is, right? But I have met men who are masculine men who appear to be heterosexual men, bisexuals, who still have sex with men. I've encountered more of those types than I have with gay or feminine men who say they are bisexual, right? Most women don't want to be bothered, certainly not married to and have children with a person that they know is gay. Now, maybe we're putting too much on gay. Maybe we're putting too much on that, because if you're in a marriage, which is a partnership, you know, back in this Bible y'all call God, the people didn't even know each other. It was just a partnership, an assignment, you know, an arrangement between the families. Y'all get together and y'all get married. And many of these churches, some of these fundamentalist churches, they still do that. You don't even know the person. So how you in love with them? What difference make you gay or straight? You go in to have a partnership, right? If the woman understands who you are and what you are, I think it's fine. Go ahead, do your thing, honey. It's your thing. Do what you want to do. I can't tell you who to sock it to. If you want to love him, maybe you can. Believe me, woman, it ain't no big deal. Hopefully my buffering is stopped. Who said I was buffering? Sometimes it's your computer as well. Who was that? I'm Miss Ricks. What's that, Ricks there? Maybe it's just on my end. Yeah, no, but I wasn't on the wrong circuit. What do you call that thing when your connection? I'm on 5.0 now, so that's where I'm supposed to stay. Have you heard of scandals about Todd Chrisley in regards to his sexuality? Yeah, I've heard it. There's been several, apparently. Now the old employees are coming up. People coming out the car. You know that man ain't going there. Not if he is pinching people on the ass at the job and all this kind of stuff, child. You know there are other stories to be told if the people care to tell them. But apparently this man he was having a relationship with, he was also a married man. So they were married men. They're at the office. Everybody know they're gay. He talking about jacking people off in the bathroom and acting nasty with them and stuff. So I don't know how you define what a closet is. Or am I doing this to protect my wife because I don't want my wife to look foolish? But you can't come on television, man, and you're not making any effort to tap down your gayness. I don't know that you even could. That's just essentially who you are. But just like a gay man and a lesbian woman can get together to have a family if they are good enough friends, if they actually love each other. Now, maybe they don't, when they seek just sexual fulfillment, they find it elsewhere. But when it comes down to the family unit or the home, then they are very much together. He got bigger fish to fry now, though. Baby, they got to work. They trying to put that man away for 30 years. She probably going to turn on him at some point. Oh, they already been sentenced. Oh no, honey. Wait a minute. They don't turn it on no more. They're done. They're just waiting on sentencing, which I think occurs in October or November, and find out how many years they get. Now you got this big old stink because you're a public figure, and you're so white and so blonde and all this kind of stuff. It's gonna look real strange if you go in there and don't get no time, right? There are the court system is almost forced now to make an example of you to show that the law is blind, right? You've been charged with all this shit, and you're actually under house arrest. They probably wouldn't even put me in no damn house arrest. You gotta have enough money to get out on that girl. You got to pay for security and all that kind of stuff because they throw my ass right in prison. Mm-hmm. Yeah, just put Todd Chrisley into your search engine here on YouTube, and they got a whole slew of allegations. And I can't live a fake life though. People are always choosing you as shit, girl. People are always giggling. You know, he might say, "Well, we're doing this for the children because they got to go to school and the kids can be mean and all that." But they're gonna be meaner when you say your father is straight and he come in there and they can all see he's a flamingo, honey. The lie is worse than the actual thing, girl. These are new times. We got to catch up, baby. Oh yeah, that guy down the street. I like him. He's a nice guy. What difference does it make if you're gay or straight? Whatever, you know. As long as we continue to hide and pretend. It was harder to believe he had a wife than it is to not believe he is gay. Girl, I get you, Angie. The fact that he's got 2 wives, honey, back to back, a month apart. So you didn't just meet somebody after you got divorced and then a month later you get married. You were already having this affair with this other woman, obviously, right? But he immediately starts having children with him. He went, that woman, first one was pregnant, and then was the second was that because she was pregnant as well? He went in there with the idea that he was going to have this big family. That might be the only sex they have. I'm sure she has to mostly coax him into it because it is not his nature, right? But the marriage is separate than his nature, right? On Netflix, they got a thing with that Warren Jeffs. With that Warren Jeffs, he was just giving people, make them marry their cousins and all this kind of shit, child. They didn't even, I mean, there was no, they would beg not to be married to these people. They would just partner them up. You know, a marriage is a partnership. So since America does so bad with these marriages anyway, any of them that you can make work for 20 years, you've accomplished something. But there's a lot of it is about business. So you thought that they would be able to buy their way out of this. They didn't pay taxes for years and all this kind of stuff. They were making all this money. Then they were swindling money, hiding money, all this money. Money. You would think if you got your own show on television, this is the 8th season. You've been on a reality show for 8 years, 9 years. You would have enough money to buy your way out of this situation. But apparently that situation is over now, all because he had this affair. Ladies, y'all know now, when you have bringing these people into your marriages and your relationships, you open yourself up to all kinds of things. Now, amongst the poor people, or where I came from, at least when I was a young boy, I was in the projects. The ladies were, they would stab if he's having affairs outside. We always had situations where somebody then come into the projects, slash somebody's tires. They had a big thing about pouring sugar in the woman's gas tank to fuck up her whole car. She got a brand new car. Now they got to haul the motherfucker away because they pour sugar in the gas tank. They done let men's clothes on fire. All this stuff because you bring these other people into a relationship, right? And then the side piece wants to be the number one piece and all that old stuff, child. So I guess it doesn't matter if it's a male or a female. If he was involved with a woman, although I doubt he would be involved on the side with the woman as well, she could just as easily have went to the FBI and told all the business. Todd Chrisley is the damn fool for antagonizing this guy. He kept antagonizing. He threw him out and they're going to call the police on him and all that because they had a fight, whatever. And he X'd him out of his business after he knew this man knew all of his business. Why were you so confident that you could treat this man this way? You had to treat him with kid gloves because he had too much information on you. Todd, you know you were dirty. You know you were dirty. You know you ain't paid no taxes in years. You know you've stolen money and hidden money and all this money stuff, child. And he knew all of it. And so what do? You humiliate him, throwing him out of your business. You know, I don't know if it's physically, but apparently the police were involved. Bad move. Then he had blackmailers, people who knew about his sexcapades, and he said he gave him $38,000. That ain't gonna hold nobody in these trying times in this economy. They'll come back, right? Baby, please be quiet. Anyway, maybe this will bring them more viewers to the Christie. I'm surprised that they didn't cancel the show though, because everybody getting canceled for everything, child. Look at all newscasters got canceled. They got canceled, took their job, even though they were making $15 million a year. They got fired. Why? Because they said something inappropriate to somebody on the job, right? Apparently, he was doing a lot more than just casually saying things, child. He wanted to follow the means in the bathroom. Pull it out. I want to see it. You want me to help you? That kind of thing. So, Ty, you were a little just too big for your britches, man. You felt like you could have it all. I like the grandmother. She was funny as hell. Okay, so you watched the show? Okay, yeah, I shouldn't talk so much about it because I'm not familiar with the show. I know they appear to be rich. Are they in the design business? Are they in real estate? I don't know. But they have all this money. Well, we know where the money comes from now. Somebody just banged on the wall. Calm down. Come on. Come on. Get it, mom. Get it, mom. There you go. Relax. Ding, 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 ding. I think somebody doing something next door. Hope my art don't fall off the wall, John. They will serve every minute of federal time. Yeah, it's not like if you have an unviolent crime in the state, if you have state case, you get halftime when you go work for the factory. I used to work in making furniture. We made furniture for all the federal buildings in California. All the government buildings in California. We made the furniture in San Quentin, right? But you get halftime for that. But if you go to federal time, I think it's either full time or 85% of the time. Basically, you do all your time in the Fed. Now, it's easy time in the Fed, but when you're used to walking around in mansions in your ruby slippers and all that, and you got, you're used to driving around in Rolls Royces and I don't know, stretch limousines and all that. It's a big come down. Okay, but nobody say about how good it is in federal prison. Yes, they will let you play golf in federal prison, but is playing golf, does that equate with the lavish lifestyle he was living? So it's going to be painful for them, and they're backed into a corner. They're going to have to do some time. Now, they always tell you the highest amount of time. You're facing 30 years, which would probably mean, I don't know, 15 or 20 years. But he ain't no spring chicken. He looks like he's about in his mid-40s. So he'll be in his mid-60s when he get out. We don't know how involved she is. They even said the mama was involved. Lord have mercy. Putting things in the mama's name. That greed is something else, child. You obviously your business making money, you making money, she making money. I mean, goddamn, you got 2 TV shows on. Isn't that enough money? More. How do you like it? How do you like it? More. Did you hear the news about Granny McCrae, Uncle Tim? What happened with Granny McCrae? Granny Wilhelmina McCrae? What happened to William McCrae? Oh, you done tempted me now. That used to be one of my favorites. Hold on, man. Hold on a minute. That used to be a good one there. William McCrae, let me see. I'm gonna check it out and make sure I ain't got I'm missing no headline here. William McCray. William McCray. Granny calling, starting a new beef. Oh, that was 7 months ago. Ooh, he ugly. Excuse me. That's just the salt and shit. Girl. William McCray, you something else, child. These fingernails is this damn long. That's the one I see it 7 months ago. He got one from 1 month ago. He got Saturday Night Live. That baby, their surgeries were not successful, honey. That's all I'm gonna say about that. Let me see. 10 months ago, I don't see anything current. Although he don't have a show in the morning, right? Does he still have they got a lot of people out here who make shows about, oh my God, make shows about him. But no, I don't see no current story. You got to tell me what it is. We'll find out. I think you have to go to his website because I don't know that he even has a channel on here anymore. He had people who make fun of him, very similar to the way they make fun of Andrew Caldwell. Sometimes they make fun of both of them, and that's the only content they have is talking about William McCray and William McCray and Andrew Caldwell. Very similar to the way me and Jay Wilson. I'm gonna start me a second show, the escapade of Jay Wilson. Baby, be quiet. Stop. Let me see. I'm way behind as usual, of course. Let me see. I am Miss Ray. Did I ever stop buffering? You let me know if I do. I want to know. Have you heard of scandals? But I'm way behind, child. Y'all said that a half hour ago. Okay, Goonies never say die. Hi, Goonies never say die. You got some tea on Granny? I don't see him around here much anymore. Another minstrel. Goonies, please share. Please share. What is the tea on? Let me see. People want to know. Look at them. They all tell you, what you got some tea? What's the tea on Granny McCray? We're gonna have to watch King Jive find out. I don't know if they're friendly or not right now or not. There are certain ones who will bring you that church tea. Queenie, could you control yourself? Wait, so you don't get early release when you do Fed time? Nope. Asking for myself because my neighbor got 10 years. Yeah, he's going to do 10 years. He might get away with doing, somebody told me that they did 85% or 90%, but basically all the time. You don't get halftime with the Fed. But it probably ain't got you in there making no license plates either. Right? You in there living the good life. Low white collar crimes. You in there with Bernie. Did Bernie just die? You are no longer buffering. Okay. Yeah, I'm not confused. Get rid of the other connection, other network 2.0. I will stay on this one. This cruiser keeps up with William McCray. Now that's a character, honey. I think he got drugged in them courts a little bit, though, honey. He kind of backed off all that reporting on everybody's business. When they get that ass in court enough, child, and tell you that you got to pay something. I don't think he has any money. And they find out you've been extorting people in teas. His rental tenants are horrible. Free my neighbor. Who would free my neighbor? Oh, that's the one that's going to prison? Mm-hmm. Bernie did pass away. Yeah, they hardly even recognize him. Tragic family. I think didn't his sons commit suicide? One of them certainly did. We're talking about Bernie Madoff. Bernie Madoff with the money. He performed the biggest Ponzi scheme known to mankind. Excuse me, people. I have to discipline my unruly child. Come on, let's go. Move your bum. Come on, Queenie. Get your bum out here. Now looking at my ass. Come on, you ding, 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 the ding, ding, the ding, ding. You can't control. You can't control, Queenie. He really misses being in here with his paw. He like to curl up by his paw feet, but no, he can't control himself. Bernie Sanders, girl, we ain't lock up Bernie Sanders. We like Bernie. We want to feel the burn, baby. Let me see if I missed anything. What else is going on here? Do any of y'all know people in y'all neighborhoods or in your family and things who are playing a certain role in the community, and you strongly suspect that they are not? What is gay anyway? Because it's not just sex, child. I don't have sex, and I'm still gay. I know that it is your attraction. I know that part of the gay, right? But your attraction shouldn't affect the way you walk or the way you talk or the mannerism which seems to come naturally. Where does that come from? That's also a part of the gay. This is what we're identifying. We're not identifying who you have sex with. When you say you have gaydar, you think the person is gay. They act gay. They talk gay. So I don't understand that still, even though I'm an old man now. I don't know how important it is that I do understand it, but I just don't think it's ever a good idea to live a lie, particularly if you're going to be on national television. No, Bernie Madoff passed away. Okay, let's be clear. Y'all done killed off Bernie, our friend. You feel sorry for Bernie Madoff? No. How much did he made off with? It was in the billions of dollars. No, he certainly lived a lavish lifestyle for almost his entire life. I don't think he even did 5 or 6 years, less than 10, before he went on to glory. So he had a lot. He lost a lot, but he lived a lot. He deceived a whole lot of people and stole a lot of people's money, and he ruined a lot of lives, literally. When you would put all that money in, because for a while, people weren't telling on him for all those years. He did it for 30 years. They weren't telling because they were still getting the returns, but they were only getting returns on their investment because he was running the Ponzi scheme. So I think that a lot of those people knew that he was running the Ponzi scheme. They didn't care. All I care about is my money. So when it all fell apart, that was bad for them as well, because now they weren't getting their money back, right? They seized a few dollars. There was a show on there. It was called Damages. Glenn Close when they went through the Bernie Madoff situation. But if I tell you I'm going to give you $1 million a month, and as long as my $1 million a month is coming in for my investment, I don't want you to go to jail. Hell. But there's one guy that took an interest. There's always somebody out there, honey. You're always going to have enemies. Was it just last year that he's gone? He was a ruined man. But he was in there in the Fed with a lot of other ruined men as well. You know. He ripped off celebrities too. He ripped off family members. Bernie he was no joke, child. He did it for 30 years. They trusted him. They were going to continue to trust him as long as he kept the money coming. As long as he's getting new people to put money in and invest with him. And this was, we're not talking about a few thousand. We're talking about billions of dollars. As long as he can keep that going and keep getting more money in to pay the old people back, plus get quite a bit for himself, it could have went on for 30 more years. But people started paying attention. And when they took him out, they took a lot of people out because their money dried up. They ain't getting hardly anything. Pennies on the dollar, if even that. Monique. Goonies never say die. Is she's still in the spotlight now? She's doing public apologies and things. Monique, your public apology is still more the same, girl. You're still trying to ride this damn thing, girl, for publicity. Now I'm thinking that guy 50 Cent, they'll put down his Mac hand. Come here, baby. Let me holler at you. This ain't no game. A lot of people believe, and I tend to agree, that 50 Cent said, listen, you got to clean some things up if you're going to go to work, right? First of all, you need to end this thing and apologize for what you did to this usually family, right? She popped on the stage. I'm going to do what I'm supposed to do. Like she's taking control and charge. You didn't mind doing it when you did it, girl. Probably 50 Cent said, if you're going to be involved in my show, then you're going to have to perform a certain way in public, right? You need to start off by apologizing to their family, right? She's saying, oh, I got a contract. Baby, we don't care about no contracts. Nigga, we gangsters. Scared the shit out of a girl. Ain't nothing but a gang. Party, doom, doom, doom. It ain't nothing but, baby, this a gangster ball. It ain't nothing but, baby, this a gangster ball. It ain't nothing but party, doom, doom, doom. Don't step on the wrong toes, Miss Monique. That old fake ass settlement, girl. You ain't got the number. Baby, I got your number. Don't you worry. I say, hey. All that said was, girl, Netflix has dropped their case and she has dropped her case. So that's the settlement. Ain't no way in hell she gonna be on Netflix, on the network, girl, if she's suing him with some frivolous lawsuit. Settlement was always the plan, honey. She knows she had nothing to stand on. Nothing, girl. I could argue that case. We miss you when you're not on, Timothy. Was I on? I've been on. Oh, I didn't come on this weekend. I didn't see nothing to talk about. 50 has investors, and you probably in his ear. Oh, yeah, 50 said he has investors. Right. And so the people who are paying for the commercials and so forth, too, they have something to say about that. You got this wild woman out here making a damn fool out of herself and attacking people. That's not a good look for our production. We want to start advertising our production now. And he's taking a big chance by getting involved with that woman. But I believe that 50 Cent probably approached her a different way. He got the kind of tough love that she will understand, right? Now, she feel like Lee Daniels weak. And she feel like Tyler Perry weak. And she feel like she can tell Oprah Winfrey to suck her dick if she had one, right? But you ain't going to get on the stage and tell 50 Cent to suck your dick if you had one. I'll just leave it like that, girl. And you ain't gonna come in here and ruin my damn project and ruin my career. Oh, hell no. I don't even know what the role is. When I put that in the search engine, that show they got, what they call it, Black Gangsters of somebody, whatever it was. I didn't see her in none of the flyers. She couldn't be the star. She couldn't have a starring role. But that might have been last season, though. The book. Have you finished it? Finished all of it? Yes. Soul Sister #1 show. I closed it out today. I went over there and did my own edit. Now I'll miss things because I'm the one who wrote it, so I think it's right. That's why you have to send it off to the editor. Last year, I attempted to use this editing program, and it was a mistake because it didn't catch all the errors, and it was a mess. So I had to take that book down and then pay professional editor and then put it back up. So it was like down for 3 weeks or something like that. So this time we'll definitely, after I've done all my edits, although I edit all the time myself every day, and I didn't find a whole lot, but there are certain I make sure that the story is consistent all the way through. I did that, and I finished that this morning because I had to add an epilogue. I finished the book a few days ago, but I had to add an epilogue. You know, you have the table of contents and all. You got to put it just like you read a book before you send it off to these people. So you send it off to the editor first, which is not horribly expensive, but it is, it's something. Send it to the editor first, and then when the editor brings it to you, then you have to send it to a formatter. And the formatter that I used last time also publishes the book. Now you can do that yourself. It's pretty easy just to go to Amazon and stuff like that. But he does everything right, takes all the pressure off of me. So the editor, and then I got to do a back cover, and on the spine you have another. So I already have the front cover. Can I show it to you? I don't think so. I don't know how to do it. I could put it up on the thumbnail. I'll wait. I don't want to get too anxious and get everything done right. So it'll be out in like 3 weeks, I think. 3 weeks or a month. Also, there's a possibility that when I contact the editor, she's going to be on another project. That could also happen. But they guarantee you something less than a month. So we'll see. So yeah, that baby's done. I think y'all enjoy the story too. It is very creative. A Netflix countersuit would have destroyed Monique. Child, she ain't had no case. She had no case. Her case was that they would not continue to negotiate with her. How am I going to negotiate with you? And you're all over line telling people not to use our product. You're boycotting us while we're in negotiation. We offered you $500,000 for an hour of your time, right? Right? You rejected that idea because you went researching everyone else's what they're paid. You and Sydney sat down and went and researched everybody else what they paid. And you want to be paid what they're paid, right? So you rejected our offer, and you have every right to say, no, I won't do it. But no, you don't go that route. You're trying now to intimidate us by boycotting our station, our product, while we're to continue to negotiate with you. No, they said, no. You need to raise your ass up out of our chairs and go and get your big ass in our elevators and exit our building. That's that simple. You want to boycott our product? You want to try to intimidate and force us to pay you something? Isn't that extortion? So she come out here a couple of days ago talking about she done settled. Well, you ain't settled. What the fuck does that mean? You dropped the case. There ain't no damn settlement. They don't mean they gave you shit. Might have been 50 Cent over there on your head, girl. Drop it now. Drop it. Pick the phone up. Monique do better negotiating with gangsters, honey. So she didn't win. No, she ain't win nothing. The case is settled. That means she dropped the case. She withdrew the case against Netflix. That is nothing, child. That's just me picking up the phone and say, okay, I want to withdraw. Okay, talk to her attorney. So we want to withdraw the case. That's all we know. Nothing else, honey. It ain't got nothing to do with no millions of dollars, no millions of settlements. Monique needs to focus up and pay the United States government that money, girl, or she might be looking at some Fed time her own damn self. With all her principles. She didn't. No, she did not win, Christine. That's a lie, honey. It's a lie from the pit of hell. She ain't win nothing, child. If you had a case, you wouldn't have dropped it, girl. You want to make a statement, you win the case, right? If you had a case, then you would have continued to pursue it, because no matter what 50 Cent is paying you, I'm sure it's not in the millions of dollars, girl. You didn't have no millions of dollars coming. They might not even give her a nuisance payout. They might just say, well, no, I'll cancel it. That was probably part of the deal with Lee Daniels. How's he going to be up in the people's face talking about, I'm going to broadcast this show? Is it a show or is it just a one-time movie? Whatever it is, girl. Well, they're going to show that, and people will buy it for, I don't know, a month, whatever. How you going to bring your ass on there, and then you're going to take more money from us right? You're going to be on our payroll while you're suing us, saying that we're some kind of scum of the earth and whatever. No, that was part of the arrangement. That was part of the arrangement. So Monique needs to go sit down and shut up. She's hooked on social media is the issue. You're supposed to be a star, but you don't act like a star, Monique. She withdrew the case. That doesn't. We get confused because we think usually a settlement is I'm asking you for $100 million, and then if you want to settle the case outside of court, then I'll give you cash $1 million. Right? That's settled. That's a settlement. Right? So whatever them big numbers she came up with, they don't mean shit. That's numbers off the top of her head. That is one way of settling something, right? Another way of settling something is I'm just withdrawing my complaint. The case is over. If she ain't pursuing it, there is no case, right? That's all that happened there. Netflix be a damn fool to pay off for some bullshit like that, because then they got to pay everybody else out like that. If you allow these people to walk all over you and sue you and take all your goddamn money, then they're going to keep coming, girl, because they sniff a weakness, right? They're not going to go doing shit like that, girl. Give somebody millions of dollars for that bullshit. Oh, you didn't negotiate with me, with Sydney. You might as well get you one of them drunks from in front of the liquor store. I mean, when it comes down to Sydney's skills as a negotiator, the way he talks, even the way he communicates, even, girl, you could have found somebody out there on the street. Did her husband make up that contract? That's what they say, honey. They say that's just what he wrote down. She talking about, oh, look, I got a contract. It's a contract. Girl, you wrote it. Or your husband, Sydney. I'm surprised Sydney can write. Shit. Maybe he had a lawyer to go help Sydney write something, child. The kind of crazy ass arguments that boy makes, I just don't get it. A lot of it is out of her mouth. They're too much in agreement. She's running things, baby. I don't care what they tell you. She's the one getting a paycheck, and she's the one that pays him. So she can make Sydney her fall guy all she wants. It's still her. How you doing, Soul Sister #1 show? And to Shauna J. How y'all doing? I'm sorry I've been lax with the tips lately, but I haven't really been bringing them in. And then I get these expenses. So now I got to do this book. It's all out of pocket, you know. So we'll get it together. We'll get it together real soon, honey. How y'all doing today? Is Sister Wilson back on? I don't see the 3 and the 4 videos a day. She got to work her way back up to it. Lord have mercy, child. She got to work her way back up to it, baby. Hold on a minute. Let me do a perimeter check before I exit. Hold on. And see if anything going on. More Donald Trump shit. Poor Wendy Williams. Best that thing, child. Recluse since TV career is over. Okay. Wendy Williams. Yeah, there's a lot of Wendy Williams talk on here. That poor lady. I saw her a video this morning of her walking. She was trying to get into a store or something, and somebody had to actually hold her hand for her to even walk. It looks like her legs are swollen. I mean, I know she has whatever it is, Graves' disease or whatever, but she appears to be physically in bad shape. I mean, she could barely get in the car by herself. And all this, and then they couldn't even come to an agreement about ending the series or her making an appearance. So she's having a rough time, that lady. But her body looked terrible. I mean, her body is so strange looking anyway because she got all that huge breasts that she has to carry all that weight around when her body is so weak. Right? So y'all pray for Whitney Williams. Who is coming over here talking about Jabba, Jabba, Jabba? That used to be my name. My name used to be Jabba on the streets, baby. You got that, partner? I said, you got. I was known as Jabba Jaws. Okay, hold on. He's saying what happened here. Let me see. Okay, Jabba, Jabba, Jabba. Granny is threatening to sue CNN, the Hawks, for LGBTQ discrimination. What? Wait a minute. Hold the hell on here. Granny McCrae is threatening to sue CNN and the Hawks for LGBTQ discrimination. They let him stop coming onto the court and making his little show. Baby, Granny McCrae used to come on to that, and they William McCrae, you know good and damn well you shouldn't be no damn sports broadcaster, girl, with them long fingernails and them goddamn what you call them, girl? Them lace front wigs, girl, and them high heels. Granny McCrae. He would come on to the court after everything was done, right, and give his broadcast about sports. So he said the CNN wouldn't hire him. Is that what the issue is? He said it's been his long-time dream to be on CNN. Baby, first thing you got to do is take off all that stuff, all that makeup, all that wigs, all those long, his fingernails are like this. All that has to go and for you to be camera ready. And since you don't understand that, that speaks to your intelligence, right? So Granny McCrae, you did better when you were just trying to ruin these preachers' lives. They caught on and decided to fight your ass back. You know, nobody's going to ever forget that phone call you had with the attorney where you were sitting there crying, begging this white dude not to bring your empire down, girl. And he was just rubbing it in and rubbing it in and rubbing it in, and it all went viral, girl. So we don't know what's going on with William McCrae. I will have to find out. But how you going to sue CNN? This is another nuisance claim. See, they sue these big old companies. They say they're suing them, child. But the whole plan is to settle for them to give them some money. It's basically extortion. I'm going to be talking about you online. But William McCrae, you don't have no real value. You ain't got no pull. And plus, you neglected to make your mark on YouTube. You know, no matter what they say about YouTube, anybody can be on here and all that kind of stuff. It's still a big market. There are people in here making millions and millions and millions of dollars, child. But you stubbed this thing and decided to go with Facebook, whatever was going on Facebook. I don't think Facebook gives me the money even. You should have been building up a reputation on here. Now, we enjoy laughing at you. You were certainly more intelligent than other boy, Andrew Caldwell. But that beef you had was priceless. The first one you had with Andrew Caldwell. But you never built on it, right? And then when people start exposing you, not only for your sexcapades, but for your extortion and your extortionary tactics, girl, you messed up your little career. And it was just little. Because from what I understand, William McCrae lives in those the extended stay hotels. Still. We're talking about the 20 years. Whatever. I guess I got to follow these people more in order to know what the hell's going on with him. Granny said that is his real hair. Well, why is his hairline here some days and then it's over here the other days, girl? And sometimes you come out and you got the makeup, push the hair back. Girl. How can your hairline keep changing where it's at, child? I mean, your fingernails are like, you don't believe me. Put William McCrae on there and you'll see that his fingernails are like this, child. They are longer than Glodine's fingernails. We got a transvestite church. That's what that man told him, child. I haven't followed him in a couple of years, 2 or 3 years. Since him and Jives and Larry Reed are going at it with each other, I stopped watching. So I don't know. Okay, Granny McCrae isn't allowed on YouTube anymore due to that lawsuit against McRae. Huh? He had a lawsuit against McRae. Oh, YouTube had brought a lawsuit against him? Maybe we'll look into some of that and see what's going on with him. He's banned from YouTube? Oh, that would explain a lot. Okay. I know he came on with a page for a minute. Lace front. That's right, baby. That lace kept moving and moving and moving. All of them, damn jingle berries. He got a whole Christmas tree on each wrist, girl. Jingle, you won't be on CNN. And talking about sports of all things, girl. If anybody is going to treat you bad, William McRae, it's going to be those straight sports fans. They're mean to everybody. How in the hell you going to get on here with all this shit going on, girl? All this stuff, and then makeup and the eyebrows drawn on. What are you doing, girl? We're going to check out this lawsuit situation. This is another play to get some more money. He wears a lace front hair hat. Lord have mercy. A hair hat, honey. And wasn't he known for the one with the big old hats? See, with them kind of church queens, honey, a lot of it is about just clothes, right? They get all dressed up for church, right? And you go to the convocation, you say, well, damn, he's not all that different from several of these people in here. I think some of them people are there in that particular convocation. They live in the same way as Chrisley. They trying to live the life in the fool's paradise, honey. No offense, no offense. It's just an observation. He seemed demented. Which one is demented now? That's William McRae. The best thing he ever did, child, or the most funny thing he ever did, was the first time he came on and went off on Andrew. Because Andrew had threatened him. Right? That whole series, I think it lasted 3 or 4 months, child. And it culminated when he was I'm in his house. He had flown to whatever city Andrew lives in. Is that Minneapolis somewhere? Wherever it is, child. The convocation was there, and William McRae went over to find out where Andrew lived, and he was hovering outside that man's house, and Andrew was peeking out the window on his ass. Boy, they would have put your ass under the jail. You weren't fucking with Andrew. You beat that old crazy man up, child. Got a stronghold on homosexual ministry. The coach got a stronghold on homosexual ministry. Tell him. Go on out there and tell him, I'm not gay no more. I would not carry a purse. I would love a women. Go ahead, dance. Y'all ain't dancing with him. Y'all need to dance for his deliverance. Didn't they all start? Girl, come on. What a show. What a show. That 15 minutes of fame gave Andrew his career, baby. On my smart TV, just popped in on the phone to say hello. Well, hi, Miss L. Jane. Is it L. Janae or Miss L. Janae? How you doing? I'm about to check out myself. I got things to do on this morning, child. And happy Juneteenth, people. I think it's wonderful. It's a holiday. People are celebrating. If you can actually get another day off work to celebrate. Happy Father's Day. Those of y'all who've been fortunate enough to have one. I don't relate. And what I was exposed to, I'm glad that I don't have to relate. Y'all have a good Monday. Later, people.